Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has found a very strong reaction to the 38.2% FIB level at around 42.3k. As forecasted, this was the most likely retracement level for that wave 4. Now, if it's already over with that wave 4, I can't tell you that yet. It's a bit too early. But yeah, we expected here rising prices and a reaction to the 38.2% FIB level. That is exactly what I've been telling you over the last few days. Unfortunately, I had a few geniuses today in the comments who thought they knew it all and tried to tell me I did not expect that move up. No, we have talked about this move up because in the last few days I had this chart on this wave count on the chart. I told you that I expect rising prices further into the target area, and especially for these geniuses, I looked up the last two videos, not the last two, but one from the 17th of April, and just want to show you what I said then, because apparently nobody, there are always the trolls who try to tell me that I have been wrong, which is fine. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But in this case, we talked about this wave count and we very clearly expected rising prices and were prepared for that. If Bitcoin will get into another sell-off and we continue that downtrend or not. Primarily, I would still expect first, before we head down, that we move a little bit further here into the green target area, purely because the most likely retracement level for a wave 4 is the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level. And just to show you that again, that would be here at 42.4k pretty much. Yeah, this is where I would expect with the highest likelihood the price to get into. So this was on the 17th of April, and now I'm also going to show you what I told you yesterday. Already starting this larger correction, again 45, 46, 47k possible. So in both scenarios, higher prices likely. Makes sense because we're already back in the channel as well, and also today made a higher high. Now, if you ask me which of these two so again, I showed you yesterday two scenarios. We expected rising prices, and this is exactly what happened. Now, this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level that I showed you did, obviously, the price showed a reaction to it. Let me show you where we are. Oh, here, yeah. So exactly here you can see the retracement level at 42.3k. You can see how we reacted to it and had a very, very strong move down. Okay, so let us take a look on the 4-hour chart, and I'm gonna take that out again. But exactly here at 42.3, as I said, we saw a reaction. You never know. There is also a potential, or there has been a potential, to move even here to the 50% FIB retracement that was around 43k, or that is around 43k. That is of course still possible, but now on the 4-hour we currently see a bearish engulfing candle. Now that is a potential reversal candle, and that is one of the most likely reversal patterns that actually work out with the highest probability as a reversal pattern of all candlesticks. The bearish engulfing one is the most likely one. Now, this is not like 95%. It's more like, I think, 60, 70, 75%. And this has been studied. Yeah, this has been studied a few times before. There are various books about this, and this is, of course, there is never a guarantee, but I want to point out here, so you can come to your own conclusions and you learn a little bit, that this is the most one of the most relevant and most, I don't know what the word is, but most relevant, reversal patterns here, candlestick patterns. So this is interesting. However, we have not really made a lower low. Well, we have sort of. Let's go to the 1-hour, maybe we see it better. But the fight isn't over yet. The fight isn't over even on the 1-hour chart. So based on trend theory, a trend is only over when you make a lower low. Compared obviously in an uptrend, you need to break the previous low. In my opinion, that hasn't happened yet. Therefore, the bulls and the bears are still fighting. But in my opinion, if you break again below 41k, what you're gonna do, probably go to the next support level here at 40.5. So this is the, I don't know why it doesn't put the line on the chart here now. I don't know, maybe I have some sort of a setting. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll just see if I use that one. Yeah, just to show you here. This is the line that we need to get below. Until then, we can even draw an ascending trend line here on the chart. Only 2 touch points really, but still something that I find quite relevant at the moment because it's looking like an uptrend, but this could have, because it's so impulsive again, maybe with touching that 38.2% Fibonacci level, maybe we are already turning around here. And that is typically what can happen at these key Fibonacci levels. Yeah, we had also selling volume increase and an engulfing bearish candlestick. So that is certainly something very, very relevant, but still too early to say because we still have not broken below that previous low, only with those wicks, but the wick on the hourly, it hasn't even closed below that level, so it was just basically a fake out for now. So at the moment, still, now this is a potential turnaround point. We had that scenario play out where we expected rising prices, and still there is much more scope and possibility to move higher, but this is obviously a certain turnaround point that needs to be observed. Higher prices now only possible if we break the previous swing high here at 42.3 roughly, yeah, 42.25. That is the high that we need to break above in order also to make again higher prices. Until then, I would say it is still very uncertain because we have come down now so impulsively. Now this is the micro picture, yeah, and I also want to give you an overview again on the higher level picture because there are the very bullish biased people who come up in the comments regularly and think we have seen the low already, and that's fine. You know, we can discuss about everything, but I can only tell you what I see, what my opinion is, the most likely scenario based on the Elliott Wave method, which I primarily use. Not only, I add it together with other indicators and so on, of course. And, you know, as we talked about it, in my opinion, this year is going to become an expanded flat pattern. What is an expanded flat? Again, we can just take a quick look here and you might not see it. I just opened this website. It's quite a good website, actually, the patternsite.com. It doesn't look great. It looks a bit like the 1990s, but still a very, very good website, which also gives you an overview of the most relevant patterns in charts and how often they actually worked out. This guy has studied, I think, over, I don't know, he studied hundreds of trades and then made his conclusions. But anyway, this is an expanded flat where you are making that swing low, which is basically what we did. Then we made a higher high. This is what happened in November, the all-time high. And now we're coming down in this larger wave and will make a lower low. That is my view. That is currently what I see in the charts. And also, in addition to that, not only that, we also want to use the Fibonacci levels. Yeah, and what do they give us? They give us here the level around, just need to draw the fibs correctly, the level around 27.5K as the 61.8% fib level. This is the main Fibonacci retracement level. I would be surprised if Bitcoin did not get down to the 61.8. That is the other point. Yeah, at least the 61.8, I would say. Could possibly even drop lower here to the 78.6% fib level at 17,200. But I mean, we are currently just above 40K. How can I tell you where exactly we are going to land? Therefore, we have that larger target area. In addition to that, yeah, if we add the VPVR to the chart, just to take a look at volume, and I zoom in a little bit, you can see that, and I need to make that, I take the fibs out again. We can see that here in the target area, we have a huge, a peak in volume that was around 23K, and then a massive peak at around 19K. That is a volume, I don't know if you call that volume pocket in English or whatever, but this will be massive support as well. Therefore, I mean, I could extend further down my target area, but it is just too early for that, yeah. And my Elliott Wave theory here, or Elliott Wave method theory that I've got here on the chart, my thesis basically, is supported by, in my opinion, this massive bear flag. So you've got the flagpole, you've got here this channel, and a lot of people put it in the comments that they see this as a bearish flag. Had a few comments about this being an ascending triangle with a fake out. I think you need I think you need fantasy to put that as an ascending triangle. I know a few people talk about ascending triangle also on YouTube. I don't see that. Yeah, we can discuss about everything, but I don't see it. I can understand why people might see it that way, but you've got quite a big fake out up here, and we cut this trend line a few times. Yeah, so even then, strictly, if you just went and combined the closing candles here, it would still be a little bit of an ascending wedge. Yeah, so again, that would also be bearish. And in a downtrend, an ascending triangle, yeah, I'm not quite sure. And again, we could take a look at this pattern side, but I think it just doesn't work because on the maybe my internet dropped off, because on this pattern side, what you can see with the probability how often, based on the studies of this the person who actually created the website, how often they actually work out in charts. I think the ascending triangle works out quite often, but bear in mind, an ascending triangle in a downtrend, I'm not sure. So overall, for me, the probability is higher to go down. Yeah, and again, for everybody out there, this is the medium-term view. Of course, we can make short-term waves up and down, and if certain waves behave differently or make higher movements, make lower movements, something unexpected happens, of course I have to adapt and change my forecast. And therefore it is so important, in my opinion, to get a daily crypto forecast. Yeah, of course nobody can take one of my videos from 3 weeks ago and say, all right, you said the price is going to go down to, or is going to go up to 50k, but if in the meantime things have changed in the chart and I've updated you and say, right, that is not that likely anymore, you can't tell me I've been wrong, because things change in the chart and I'm updating you on a daily basis, and therefore I have to adjust my forecast sometimes slightly. But of course, because it's an ongoing thing, right? But this target area, I mean, I think you can go back to November and it has been here. And I told you when we crossed, I think 58k or something, that we are going to see here a massive dip, and that occurred, and we moved down to 33. And since then we have been here in this consolidation. I think we're just waiting for that breakout to the downside. There is of course still this alternative scenario that we go up first and then come down, but the target is defined. The target is defined. And there is of course a difference between the longer term view and the very short term view. So looking interesting at the moment here, and yeah, I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And as always, if you like the content, then check out the channel membership, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And bear in mind, very careful, don't follow any scammers on Instagram or Twitter. I would never send you a message and ask you for anything. Please don't follow the scammers. The official social media sites, you can find them here on the YouTube channel, in the comment section, or in the description, or on my website. Thank you. Bye-bye.